Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing a DesignSpark mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a grocery bag holder. I had done a previous version of the grocery bag holder, but this is going to be a new one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create this in inches. So we'll go ahead and go new design. We're going to come up here, back to File, go down to DesignSpark Options. We're going to navigate over to Units and make sure that this says inches here, Imperial. So we'll go ahead and click OK. We're going to click this eye icon or V on the keyboard to go to Plane View. I'm going to minimize. I have a photo of the one that I'd like to kind of use as a guide. I'll be taking measurements from this. Not going to make this exactly like this one, but it is going to be similar. Okay, we're going to go, we want this to be 5.75 inches from here to here. So we're going to go ahead and get a line tool. Let's turn off the snaps. And then we're going to go ahead and click there. And then we're going to drag out and type in 5.75. And that's how big we want the handle to be. So now we're going to click on the actual photo. We're going to come over here to the node on the lower right corner. We're going to click, hold down Shift, and we're just going to drag that out so it's close to the size that we need it to be. Okay, need to be a little bit bigger. So we'll click, hold down Shift, drag. Now make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm okay with this. So go ahead and get rid of that reference line. We're going to click and drag this close to the center there. Click off of it. We're going to go Control minus on the keyboard to zoom out. We're going to go ahead and get our line tool. We're going to come put a line in here, straight down the middle. Doesn't matter what size, but if you're following along, we can go ahead and make that 6 inches. And then we'll click, select the click off. Now we're going to right mouse click on that line and set as mirror. Now we'll Control plus. Go ahead and get our pan tool. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just start recreating this. Thinking it's just going to be best if we use a line tool. So we'll go ahead and start there. We'll go ahead and go 2.827. Then we're gonna click there, 2.827, enter. And then we're going to come straight up to here, top, which is going to be 1.328. And we'll click there. Then we're going to come across to here. Okay, now we have the start of this. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and get our 3-point arch. We're going to go from end point there to end point there. And then we're going to curve this a little bit. This is going to be 112.9 degree and the radius of 0.797. So we'll hit enter there. Select the click off. And go ahead and get rid of this line here. Don't need it. We're going to add one more 3-point arch line. So we'll go ahead and grab that 3-point arch. We're going to come from this point here over to, actually, let's select the click off. We want to right mouse click on that and just turn off the mirror for now. Get our 3-point arch. We'll go from endpoint over to the endpoint of this. And then we're just going to arch that up a little bit. We'll have a little bit of a curve to ours. It's going to be 35.5 degree angle, and it's going to be, radius is 8.004. We'll hit enter. And then we can go ahead and get rid of this line down here. Don't need those. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and turn that back on the mirror. So we'll right mouse click, set as mirror. Now we're going to pan up. Now we're going to go ahead and create this bottom part. The best way to do that is probably with the ellipse tool. So I'm going to go ahead and create an ellipse somewhere around here. So just drag this out 90 degrees and we'll go 5.6. So type in 5.6, enter, and then we're just going to drag up. We're eventually going to move this, so we'll go ahead and go to there, which is 5.6 and 2.798. So we're going to go right to move. We're going to select that circle that we just drew and we're going to drag that up. Right there is probably good. Select the click off. Now we're going to go ahead and put a line in here. We'll go from right there across. Select the click off. We're going to get our trim away tool, which is this trim away up here, or T on the keyboard. And then we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. Don't need those. Okay, now we're going to go get our 3-point arch again. But before we do that, just click on this line again and turn off set as mirror. And then get your 3-point arch. Now we're going to go from here over to the end point there, and then we're going to curve this a little bit. I think that's good there. Select the click off. I'm going to get rid of this middle line here, so delete. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and let's put another line in here. So we'll go ahead and grab a line there. We'll just, actually, let's undo this. Undo. Okay, go to there. Select. Let's click on that line there. Right mouse click. Set it as mirror again. We'll get this line to line here. And we'll come from there straight down. 1.921 inches and 59.6 degree. So we'll go ahead and select the click off. All right, now we're going to start actually doing some of the work. So we'll go ahead and put a line from there over to there. We're going to get our trim away tool. Let's trim away this up here. Don't need that. Yeah, okay. Now we're going to go ahead and let's control minus. Let's move this out of the way. So we'll click on the actual graphic. We'll hit move. We're going to grab this green, just drag it over. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this mirror line. We don't need it. Now we're going to go ahead and select everything, and then we'll deselect these two lines here by holding the control key down. We're going to come up here to offset. Okay, and then we're going to offset this. I think an offset of 0.4 would be good. So we're going to type in 0.4, hit enter. Okay. All right, this looks pretty good right here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we want a little bit of this piece here. So let's get our trim away tool. Let's start trimming away the stuff we don't need. Let's undo that. You just undid one I needed. And these I actually needed too. So let's go back, undo. Undo back to here. Sorry about that. I accidentally deleted these lines here and I needed those. So let's go ahead and go over to the create corner and then just create a corner out of this. I'll actually undo. Let's click start here to there. Oh, it looks like no matter what I do, I'm going to have to recreate those. So let's go Control plus. I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines here. Let's hold down the Control key. I'm going to put a single line in the middle. We'll go down to there. Then I'm going to offset that. So we'll go ahead and get the offset. Since we did 0.4, we'll drag these out to 0.2. Then we'll click on this one and drag it out 0.2 to the right. Okay, that looks good. Now I need a little bit of this stuff for the hook. So I'm actually going to I'm going to offset a line. So we're going to put a line right here. Go straight up. And now I'm going to come over here. Well, let's put another line. So get the line tool, put one there. Straight up. Okay, now I'm going to offset that line. How far I think it needs to go. I think it should probably go to 0.8. Okay, so we'll select the click off. Now we're going to go to offset again, and we're going to move this line here over 0.8. Okay. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start trimming away stuff we don't need. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of those lines there. Get rid of that. Get rid of those two lines. Let's get rid of these. Get rid of the lines inside. Let's Control plus so we see what we're doing. Let's get rid of those. Get rid of that middle line. Okay. Let's Control plus or Control minus to zoom out. See how we're looking here. So we got the handle part. Now time to put in some fillets. Let's get rid of that. Trim away. Let's Control plus. Go ahead and get the create rounded corner. Let's round a corner there. Let's type 0.3. Let's do the same over here. Oh, 0.3. Let's put a little fillet in here. Let's do 0.2. Same there. 0.2, and then let's round these corners. 0.2. 0.2. Okay, looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and get our rounded corners again. Let's round these. 0.2. 0.2. Let's put a radius in there so it's not. Let's do 0.4 on that. And then let's go ahead and do the same on the other side. And then let's do one right here. 0.4. Okay, it's better for these corners not to be sharp because then they'll likely break. So this is going to be basically, it's going to be our holder here. I like the way that this came out. We're going to add a handle to it, but we'll add that later. Let's go ahead and get our create rounded corners. We're going to create a corner right here. Oops, undo. Rather than do that, I think I'm just going to delete that. We'll come up here to the 3-point arch. We'll go from endpoint to endpoint. And then we'll just arch this up. There we go. Select the click off. Let's Control plus. Let's pan over. I don't really like that. So let's undo. Let's go back to how we had it. That's going to work for now. Let's go ahead and get our create rounded corners. See if we can create a corner here. Oh, 0.705. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's go over here. 0.705, and let's do the same down here. Oh, 0.705. Okay, that's not working out too good, so I'm going to undo that. Let's get rid of this top piece like we did before. So let's select, let's click on it, hit delete. Let's delete that little piece. Control plus to zoom in, let's pan over. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of this little piece here, that's the problem. So click on it, hit delete, let's pan over. Grab the select, let's click on this, hit delete. Okay, let's control minus. Let's get our tangent line, tangent arc from there. Okay, that looks pretty high up right there. See how that looks. Okay, that's a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is the same thing to the bottom. We'll just go ahead and delete that. And then I'm going to go offset. We're going to offset this line 0.4. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of this piece here. That piece there. Let's see if we can connect using the create corner. Okay, looks like that's going to work. Okay, now we're all done. We're all done with this part anyway. So control minus. That looks pretty good. We're going to make this probably about, got a tape measure here. We're going to go about 1/4 of an inch thick. So what I want to do, I want to add this ribbon in here so it's a little bit stronger. So we'll go ahead and pan up. Let's select everything. Okay, let's go ahead and go to offset. And let's pull this in. So it creates kind of a rib. Let's just go type in 0.1. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the pull. Let's spin this. I'm going to go ahead and pull this piece here. Hold down the control key and pull that piece there. We're going to pull from both sides, so go ahead and select that. And then we're going to type in 0.25. Okay, let's see how thick we are there. Guess that's 1/4. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. So let's undo that. One undo. Let's go to pull from both sides. Type in 0.3. Okay, let's select the click off. We'll go ahead and delete that. We don't need that. Let's control plus to zoom in. Let's grab all that middle stuff, pull. We're going to pull from both sides, and then we're going to just pull this 0.2. Or actually, let's undo that. That's 0.15. Okay, that should work. Let's go select. See, make sure we got this ribbing correct. Okay, that's going to be pretty strong on both sides. Be able to hold the grocery bags. Let's control minus. Let's go ahead and go to top. Okay, now what I have to do is put a handle in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to offset. Okay. Let's offset this up. Just go 0.2. That should be good. Okay, and then you're going to take the bottom one and you're going to type in 0.2. Okay, now we're going to go 3-point arch. we'll just go from there to there. Whatever it rounds off to be, we'll just keep it that. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, there we go. That's going to be our handle. Get rid of this, we don't need it anymore. Let's pan over. Let's go to pull. Spin this. This is not in the middle, so what I'm going to have to do is move it. Let's go ahead and go to move. Let's move it this 0.3, so 0.15. 0.15, and we're moving it that because this is 0.3, so we're going to do half of that. So let's select the click off. Let's spin this. Looks like that's going to be able to be pulled. Or maybe not. Let's undo that. All right, let's go ahead and spin this. Let's pull. Okay, this is not right. It's not coming out right. Let's go ahead and spin. Not sure what's going on with that, but let's go to pull. Got all those pieces. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's undo. Okay, let's go ahead and pull this. Okay, let's pull this 0.2. Okay, now we're going to spin this. Now you're going to have to pull from this side. Okay, let's undo that real quick. Let's go to pull. Can't really pull it from both sides, so you're going to have to move this. All right, as much as I didn't want to, you're going to have to. Okay, let's go to 0.4. See how this looks. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can select just this. Let's go to top view. Seems to be the only thing we're having a problem with right now. Go ahead and select that. Let's go to move. Okay, let's pull this or move this. Move. 0.05. Okay. Let me spin this around, make sure it's okay. It's a little bit bigger on the other side, so let's go ahead and pull this. Oh, that's all connected now, so we can't really pull that. Let's go see if we can move or actually pull this. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that. We're going to go to here and we're going to pull to this. There we go. All right, sorry that was so difficult. Should have been a little bit simpler than what we had to go through to get it like that. Okay, so that looks alright. So the only other thing I want to do is go ahead and add a little fillet radius to this, 0.1. Do the same to the bottom there. Just select the parts that you need. 0.1. Just make it a little rounder so it'll be easier to hold. Spin this around. Type in 0.1 and then do the same on the bottom there. .1. Okay, that looks like that's a pretty good handle. Let's go to top view so we can view this. Let's go to the spin. The handle's not as thick as I would have liked it to have been, but I think that's going to work. Yeah, that should actually work pretty good. You can just print this out. It's double kind of a ribbed, so it's going to be pretty durable. Won't likely break. I think if we could pull this, we would, but it's going to pull the whole thing. So we'll go ahead and leave it like it is. So we're going to go ahead and go to top view. Okay, this is going to end today's tutorial. This is going to be our grocery multiple bag holder. You can go ahead and create this, and then you can print out one of your own. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got something useful out of the video. Thank you again for watching.